Hey kids, welcome back to the Gaming with Dad show. Today we are looking at Not a Brain Buster for the Nintendo Switch. But before we do that, go on ahead, like, subscribe, share this out, leave a comment, ring the bell. They've made changes to the YouTube algorithm so that you have to be subscribed to have this appear on your feed. So please make sure that you are subscribed to this. And while you're at it, don't promote the show and help us grow our following here. So don't or not don't. I just said that. But not a brain buster. Presently on sale as part of the Tiny Lands and Not a Brain Buster bundle for $1.99. Now, not on its own is normally $2.49, relatively low price, especially for actually what is a very sound. I'm not going to call it puzzle game. This is a game that asks you to quickly follow orders. And to do so, those orders are at times very complex, or at least double negatives. And they switch it up as you move up through the difficulties levels so that it's not just telling you which direction to move the thumbstick, but it's also then what color, or read this double negative and figure out that that double negative means actually you're supposed to go a direction or go to that color. And this is one of those games that very simple presence. You are on a cube, and as you can see, that cube is just black with a white border that is your time limit, and then an instruction. And with just a really mellow blue to red gradient, for the most part, in the background, and you are a little stick figure. So, while I do appreciate the simplicity of the graphics and the minimalistic aspect to it, and do believe this actually fits this game very, very well, I am going to give graphics a 16. There's really nothing wrong with it. It's just very basic. And that actually goes to play with the sound as well. There's not a lot going on. They really want you to focus on your actions while playing the game. And that actually does help the game play out, but likewise, the sound is nothing extraordinary. It really does just fit the game and is non-offensive. I'm giving sound a 15. We're sitting at a score of 31 as we move into controls. The controls are actually fairly tight. They're pretty darn easy, though, because all you do is just move the thumbstick in the direction that they tell you to move, and that works pretty damn well. And because of that, and just the nature of the game, the controls fit the nature of the game. I am giving controls a 17. We're sitting at a score of 48 as we go into gameplay. And this is where the game kind of suffers a little, because it really is just Bop It, or it's not even Simon, because Simon requires you to remember the order of the moves. This is Bop It. It tells you what to do. Now, sometimes it tells you what to do in a very confused fashion, but that is at its heart all this does, is it just asks you to read the instruction and do the action. So, ultimately, I think it's a good thing that people learn how to do this, because in today's world, far too many people can't seem to understand simple instructions. And that's what this game comes down to, even at the more difficult levels where they start throwing double negatives into it, or it tells you not to wait, so you have to wait. And that's great, and it gets you thinking fast on your feet because you have very little time to make that decision and move your character or don't move your character in a certain direction. But the gameplay itself can be frustrating because they also don't give you a lot of instructions as to the timing mechanic. They don't let you warm up or anything. They just kind of throw you in feet first. And you know what? That's great. But the gameplay can be frustrating and a little obtuse at times. Therefore, I'm giving gameplay a 14. We're at a score of 62. As we move into the value, even at 249, this isn't a bad distraction for the price. It is one of those that really you just have to figure out what you're doing and then just do it. And because of that, especially as part of the bundle with Tiny Lands, I think $1.99 through the end of the month is a fantastic value on these two games. $2.49 by itself, this game, yeah, would still be a solid C. But as part of this bundle, I'm going to give value a 15. It's a fun distraction. With that score, not a brain buster, does get a score of 77. That's a pretty high C. It gets the job done. It serves as a game, and it is challenging. It's just not one of those that there's going to be a lot of depth to. There's no story to be told. There's nothing engaging in it outside of, can you make it through this cube and this number of moves? So we'll talk to you kids later. You guys don't have a good day, and we will talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Hey, if you've made it this far through the video, make sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, leave a comment. I've also posted 2 other videos down here as well as a subscribe link. So click, enjoy. That's kind of how the algorithm works.